All right, what's up, Trash Talkers? Here with your UFC 254 pick'em and the Big Earl's NFL pick'em. Now, I have to apologize. That was a bad week for me last week. If you bet on me, you probably lost a little bit of money. If you bet money line, you did okay. But if you bet I got smoked on a couple of games. I usually don't go below 10, but I was 9-14. It was brutal. But oh well, the UFC went exactly like I told you it would go. So again, you want to bet on these guys, but when they start getting all choppy like that, you might just want to take the week off. So this one is going to be a great fight card. We'll see. You would have made money if you bet Bill Moneyline, but maybe a little. You might have won like $7 because he won some of those like plus 400 bets, or minus 400 bets. But it is what it is. Anyways, big shout out to our sponsors. We got Ventura Training and Athletics, 10th Mountain Distillery, and Cardinal Financial. Remember, go to our store, buy our swag. We got awesome stuff. We got the Trash Talk button now. We got a new clothing line about to come out, so keep your eyes open for that. With us, we got the Mad Russian, Bill Pearson, and then Joe Triggered Britson. Now, we'll go to the scorecard real quick, and as you can see, it is still the King of Battle's throne. He still sits on top with a 1-point lead. Now, let's go to the fight cards. Actually, no, let's give Bill the first word today.
Actually, what you said, you would have made money if you bet with me. If you follow our little competition here, Joe will get you points on like these 3-point decision wins. But again, I go 5 for 6. If you want to pick winners, you go with the King of Battle every time. I will get you winners every time. If you want to get lucky on a decision, you go with Joe.
All right, so let's go to the first fight card. Well, Joe, you got a rebuttal? You got a rebuttal to that?
No, I was actually laughing about it because, these gamblers are sitting there thinking, like, what's he talking about? And Bill's just a competition. But, well.
Joe, you're choppy, just like your picks.
Oh, choppy, just like your picks.
Son of a biscuit eating bulldog.
Just like your picks. That was great. Anyways, yeah, if you are a degenerate gambler watching, just remember that these guys will make you money. My NFL picks will make you money. I went 7 for 7 on locks until last week. I went 2 for 4. Brutal. But anyways, that's still 9 for 11. You're making some decent money. Let's go to the first fight, which is a light heavyweight, which is a guy that you guys have picked a lot recently with Ankalaev. And then Ion Cutelaba, I think that's the one that our guest picker Nick said labia. So let's see who's gonna win this one. But the tape, if we go to the tape here, you can see that they're about very, very similar, almost exactly in the specs. You got 13-1 for Ankalaev and Cutelaba at 15-5. They both got 75-inch reaches, and they're both 205 pounds. So the champ right now, the King of Battle. Who do you got in this fight? How's it going down?
So this is going to be an interesting card. A lot of these fights have a lot of puncher's chances in it. For you fight fans, if you remember this fight last time, this one where Cutelaba, Joe and I both agree it was doing a little rope-a-dope. And problem was the ref fell for it and ended the fight prematurely. I don't think it would have changed the outcome. And I don't think it'll change the outcome this time around either. Ankalaev is just an animal. I think he's going to do it again this time again. But because of the last fight, I think Cutelaba might lay off a little bit to play a little survival tactics. So I went with Ankalaev with a second-round TKO. Joe, what do you got?
Exactly the same. Exactly the same. I got people focus on the wrong details about that rope-a-dope. The one thing that no one's focusing on, look at Ankalaev's face during that thing. He loves it. He loves that blitz because he's a sniper of a counter striker. And he wasn't fooled by any battlefield. It's just fights, man.
Yeah. So, Joe, I'm going to cut you off anytime you have one of your North Carolina breakout internet, still in the like Stone Age type of internet style down there. But yeah, we don't know what he said, but I'm sure it was brilliant, and I'm sure that is exactly what you want to bet on. Anyways, now he's getting mad. Don't get triggered, Joe. Joe, don't get triggered. It's okay. It's just the internet. Anyways, explain the rules to you that the first time that are watching it, if you are, because usually about the same 40 people watch this because they're degenerates, or they're family members, or both, either way. But they have to pick the fighter. That's a point. They have to pick the round. That's another point. And then they have to pick how it happened. All right, it's that simple. So sometimes they have tiebreakers. I know who they picked already. They sent me early, so it's fun to watch these guys pick, not know who's going. But we'll go to the second fight. So both of them go Ankalaev, second round. And that's pretty much a lock, okay? So those of you who have been watching back and forth, when these guys agree across the board, all right, they're still over 90% on those picks, all right? They're still picking over 85% on the entire fight cards. So pay attention to them, put the money on them. Next one's a woman flyweight where we got Lauren Murphy and, how do you say that? Shakirova, all right? Shakirova's the young lady coming in. And again, very similar. Lauren's got a little bit bigger reach and 1 inch taller. So they're coming in at 13-4 for Lauren and 8-1 for Shakirova. So Joe, who do you got in that fight?
Hey, can you hear me? Okay. All right, I got Murphy in that fight, and I'll tell you why. I got her by third round TKO. It's a huge step up for this girl. The Shakirova, she's jumping up a weight class and she's jumping up competition, big time. And this Murphy, she's a grizzled veteran. She's only lost to top competition, so she hits like a freight train for that weight class too. I mean, she had a third round KO in one of her last fights. So I got her by third round KO, and probably because Bill's gonna pick a decision. So I wanted to have sack up and a little bit and see if we can get some separation on this one.
Nice, Bill. Who do you got?
Yeah, Joe is right. I did go with decision on this one. To agree with Joe, it's going to be Murphy. Only because the other girl, it's her first fight in the UFC too, so she's a relative unknown, changing weight classes at the same time. And Murphy's losses are, again, you hear me say it, she's got good losses. It's Chukagian, Carmouche, and I think McMahon. The reason why I went with decision is because she's typically a decision winner. She's got a few TKOs in there, but her last two were decisions. I think it was a unanimous and a split. So I went with Murphy decision.
Nice. There you have it. So you're looking at 2 locks as far as winners right there, pretty much. But these guys will give you their locks in a little bit. Now we'll go to the third fight. Now remember, this fight's starting early, which it's starting 2 Eastern, noon if you're over here on the mountain time. But again, so watch the Trash Talk Hour Saturday night because most of us are going to be probably pretty lit before it even starts. So it's probably going to be pretty funny. So the Trash Talk Hour is going to be pretty golden. All right, the third fight, going with Jacob Malcone and Phil Hawes. Malcone coming in 4-0 and Hawes at 8-2. All right, Malcone with the fight record of only 4 fights, young age of 25. All right, very similar except for Hawes seems to have some giant arms. And he's about 2 inches taller, so he's got the reach advantage. Bill, who do you got to fight?
Hey, so for this one, I went with Hawes first round TKO. Again, this fight could go either way with Malcone. There's not a lot about him, and once again, this is another puncher's chance fight. But Hawes is on a tear again, and he likes to throw bombs. So I think he's going to do a blitz method again. So that's why I went with Hawes first round TKO. I think he's just going to land one of his haymakers on this new guy and rock him. Joe?
Yeah, this is one. This kid could possibly make first round. I'm going to give him that because he's 4-0. He's going to get on his bike a little bit. But I agree with Bill. Once Hawes storms him, he's too big. He hit competition for this kid. So I got Hawes second round TKO. And if there's a line in Vegas that pays, and it'd be a good play.
Well, yeah, that good play you just gave all the bettors, we did not hear it. So give it again.
I said if there's a line in Vegas that's got Hawes -1.5, like to end before the middle of the second round. It probably pays quite big to parlay that, and it'd be a good play.
So Haas to finish the fight early?
Yep,
Absolutely.
inside 1.5.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I got that. So that's I'll make sure we edit that for the viewers to make sure they get the money in the right spot. All right. On to the next card. We got Alexander Volkov and Walt Harris. Walt Harris looks like he loses a lot, 13-8, and Alexander at 31-8. Both 250. Volkov has the height advantage and the reach advantage. So Joe, who do you got in the fight?
Yeah, I got Volkov by decision, and that's the heart that he does. I think he'll be able to weather the storm, but he will be able to strike with Volkov. And once they get deep into the second, Harris will gas. But this is one of those ones that, could end inside of 30 seconds if Harris hits him with a bomb. But I think that Volkov keeps him on the end of his kicks, end of his jabs, and Harris won't get inside. He's just a much more technical kicker. So I see Volkov by decision.
Nice. Bill, who do you got in it?
Okay, a little different, but we're still picking the same winner, Volkov. I got Volkov with a TKO. I want to confirm this, or I don't want to give you bad info. Yeah, I got Volkov in the first round with a TKO. I think Harris's chin is a little suspect if you look at his losses. I think he's going to get a little careless. And I think Volkov's going to catch him. I think he's going to use his reach. I think Harris is going to get lazy. And I think Volkov is going to catch him. So I got Volkov first round TKO.
All right, there you have it. Now we'll go on to the co-main, which is Robert Whitaker at 22-5 versus Jared Cannonier at 13-4. Robert Whitaker coming in with much more fight experience and the younger legs. And then we have a bigger reach for Jared Cannonier. So, Bill, who do you got in this fight?
This fight I hated picking. Cannonier throws bombs, and he throws them in bunches. And Whitaker is one of those dudes you never know which Whitaker is showing up to a fight. But I got some faith. He's on a good run here. I think he's going to do well. So I got Whitaker in third round TKO. I think Cannonier is going to wear himself out doing his little blitzkrieg method and throwing those bombs. And I don't think he has the experience that Whitaker has. So I think Whitaker is going to be able to maintain the initial blitz. I think he's going to catch him third round TKO.
Nice, Joe. Who do you got?
Once again, I think Cannonier will survive, mainly because, he fought at light heavy for a while and able to survive that blitz. He's been hit by – last guy that knocked him out was Dominic Reyes, and that's, he just fought for the heavyweight title. So I think Cannonier survives that blitz, but he definitely loses. And I like Whitaker to soundly put it on him and win by decision.
All right, there you have it. Another same pick. And unfortunately, fight fans, for the drama, a lot of the same picks. But for the betting, it's a good thing. All right, so make sure you get with these guys and put your money where their mouths are. And then you can always reach them on our page and yell at them when you lose. That's completely acceptable. Or you can say thank you, right, for winning money, and getting your significant other something nice for Christmas that you bet all your money on UFC. So here we go, the main event. All right, you got Khabib. All right, I know who that guy is, and he's fighting that guy, Justin Gaethje. Am I saying that right?
Gaethje.
All right, because I don't like that guy already. I don't like the way his name's spelled. I don't like what his parents did. They're not good people. So you have similar age, similar height, same weight, same reach. So Joe, who do you got in the main event?
I'll tell you who I got. You hear me good? Okay, because it's all over in the background. I'm wearing it. I got America. All right. No one thinks that this kid can, other than the pros, but everyone's thinking Khabib's invincible. I think even Khabib, is he literally is going in there to die, and you're going to have to put him out. And I think, you know, Gaethje's also an all-American wrestler. And, you know, Bill and I have talked about this. He stuffs a couple of Khabib's takedowns and then tags him one time. This fight's going to look a hell of a lot different because Gaethje's broke almost everyone he's fought. I'm picking Gaethje, 4th round TKO to take the strap and bring it right back to the good old US of A. Bill,
there you go. That is something. What do you got, Bill?
Obviously, you know where I'm going with this. I'm going for America. Now, here's the thing. Khabib is an absolute animal. Everybody knows it. I mean, he's going for 29-0. If you watch Khabib's fights, he is a get you on your back and grind you out kind of dude, and he gets people to basically quit. Gaethje does not break. He's one of those weird dudes who truly believes it's more honorable to die in that ring than it is to die like a normal person. I think Gaethje's going to use his wrestling not to try to out-wrestle him or even try to stuff. I think Gaethje knows if he gets on his back and gets back up at least twice, it's going to screw with Khabib's mindset. So I think if Khabib gets Gaethje down and Gaethje gets back up, it's going to mess with him. And 2, Khabib hasn't been hit by someone like Gaethje. Gaethje's another dude that, 1, throws haymakers, and 2, he's got an endless tank. So if you watch Gaethje's fights, he will throw consistent bombs in the first round, and he throws the same thing at the end of a 5th
he'll
round.
throw him in the 6th round.
Yeah, he
that
doesn't
kid's
stop.
A maniac.
So I think Gaethje, again, is going to be a 4th round TKO. I think he's going to mentally break Khabib. And once Khabib gets tagged a couple of times by some Gaethje bombs, after he gets back up, he's going to know he's in for a war, and it's going to mess with him. And again, if you go 28 fights like on a win streak like that, you start to get a little complacent. And I think Gaethje is going to lay it on him, and he's going to break eventually. Gaethje, 4th round TKO, bring the belt back to America.
There you have it. There you have it, fight fans. Yeah, my only thing would be like, who has Gaethje fought? Because I don't really know Gaethje that well. Who has he fought that is anywhere near Khabib's level?
He beat Ferguson so bad it sounded like he was hitting the inside of a pumpkin.
He's fought everybody but Tony Ferguson's nickname was wanted to fight him because no one was going to go fight.
Yeah, we lost you, Joe. So I'm pretty sure that was really exciting and what you just said. I'm sure that we're going to keep that take on there because that's just fun. Like, you look really excited to say what you're going to say, and then
I'll say what Joe was going to say.
Okay.
What Joe was saying was nobody wanted to fight Ferguson because he was a zombie. You could lay it on this dude, and Ferguson would keep coming out and rock you. Ferguson got beat up like it was a schoolyard bully fight. Gaethje went out there and beat the bejesus out of him, to the point where Herb Dean had to stop. And Herb Dean said it sounded like when he was connecting with Ferguson's face, it was like listening to someone punch the inside of a pumpkin. His face was just mauled. And again, that's what I said. If you watch that fight, deep into that fight, Gaethje was still just throwing hate. He doesn't stop. He comes at you and just keeps throwing bombs. And it's either he goes to sleep or he kills you. That's how he fights.
Nice. Nice. All right, so Bill, who are your locks and what's your parlay? Who's your lock and what's your parlays?
So with my lock, I'm going to go with Hawes as one of my locks. If you're going to parlay, I would go with Ankalaev, Murphy. And then going into the undercard, I'm with Joe on this one. The Stefan Struve is going to lose that fight too. And Stefan Struve needs to go ahead and move on with his career. So chances are Stefan Struve is going to get connected and go to sleep too. So lock Hawes, Murphy, Ankalaev, and Struve to lose for the parlay.
All right, Joe, we might only have your internet for about 2 seconds. So without any explanation, what is your lock and your parlays?
All right, I got Murphy, Tuivasa.
Dang it, we almost had it. We almost got his lock, ladies and gentlemen. We almost had it in there. All right, Joe, say it again. Who's your lock?
Murphy.
Murphy.
For the love of God.
Parlay. Wait for him to come back, people. Wait for it. Okay, parlay, go.
Murphy, Tuivasa, Jung, and Oliveira.
All right, there you got it. Mufi, Tusa, John, and Oliveira. You have it there. There you go, fight fans. Even I was able to pick that one up. So go ahead and rewind it. And Trigger Joe, this is why he gets that nickname, because he's probably going to flog himself later because of this performance on the UFC 254 pick'em. It was embarrassing, but then again, that's why you need to buy our stuff so Joe can afford better internet. I can't think of a better sales line than that. Joe needs a lawnmower and he needs better internet. So we're good to go on that. Anyways, thanks for your picks, guys. Now we're on to the Big Earl. All right, the Big Earl's going to do his NFL picks, and thank God for Derrick Henry last week, okay? Because I lost a lot of money on my parlays, and then I dumped the rest of it on Tennessee at -4, and it went into overtime, and all they did was hand the ball off to Derrick 6 times, and he got in the end zone, and it pissed off Tanner
Henry
Porter.
I'm pretty sure Henry was using a cheat code that game. Like, he was an animal.
Oh, he's not. The rest of the NFL has 3 200-yard games in the last 4 years. He has 5 of them. Like, so it's like, it's just stupid.
He only went 94 yards in overtime. No big deal.
Yeah, they didn't. I think they threw the ball twice, and it was to him. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, let's go for tonight. I know you guys who bet on my picks don't care about this game because it's starting in 20 minutes. But you got the Giants at Philly. God, what a game to pick. Philly has lost every one of their starters. All right, Sanders is out. Deshaun Jackson's out. They're just awful. However, the Giants are worse. Okay, so you got Philly at -4.5. All right, I would take Philly with the points on that one, -4.5. But the rest of the picks I'm going to give you are going to be straight money line picks, and then I'll go back and talk about some of the spreads. Green Bay at Houston. Sorry, Tanner Port. Aaron Rodgers is a bounce back kind of guy. They had won 9 straight regular season games until last week, and he pouted. Maybe he got it out of him, but he's going to come down and just roll Houston. Look out for that one. Detroit at Atlanta. Okay, that's a -2. Atlanta's a 2.5-point favorite. I'm going Detroit on that one. Okay, so it's just again any Atlanta can show up offensively, but I'm surprised they won last week. That one killed me. Cleveland at Cincinnati. These games have been historically the worst games ever. I think they have like 7 ties in the last 4 years. It's absolutely like nobody can win. All right. However, Cleveland is only a 3-point favorite. All right. That's one of my locks. Okay. You're taking Cleveland on that one. Cleveland is absolutely going to destroy Cincinnati. That's what I'm calling. Carolina at New Orleans. New Orleans is a 7.5-point favorite. I'm taking New Orleans on the money line. Then you got Buffalo at the Jets. Buffalo, that's another one of my locks. The Jets are 12.5-point dogs currently. All right. And I don't think they're going to score a touchdown. They might not even get past the 50-yard line. Unless Buffalo screws up, there's no way. There's no way they might not even get a first down in a quarter. Like, it's going to be ugly. Don't watch that game unless you like pain and misery, because Buffalo has come off some tough losses. They need this game. They're going to go in there, and they are going to pound the Jets. All right, Dallas at Washington. The line is even on that one. Nobody in Vegas knows what's going to happen. Neither do I. All right, so I'm going to just pick Dallas because I don't know. I'm picking Dallas because Washington's a mess. They don't even have a name for their team. Another tough game to pick. We got Pittsburgh at Tennessee. Tennessee is -1. All right, Tennessee has covered every week. Okay, Tennessee has beat everybody. All right, so I don't. Pittsburgh's awesome with Big Ben, and they got something special working down there, like usually when he plays. But I got to take Tennessee at home. All right, I don't want to call that a lock because that's a scary game to pick. But I got to take Tennessee. Tampa Bay at Las Vegas. Vegas is +4. All right, so Tampa's going on the road as a 4-point favorite. Now, Vegas only is suiting up 6 linemen, 6 offensive linemen. All right, they've sent 2 home. They have no depth there, and I got to go Tampa Bay Moneyline. It's also one of my locks. I think Tampa beats them by a score.
I think now that Brady and Gronk have got their groove back, they're going to be dangerous.
And their defense is back too. They had 2 of their linebackers came back, and that was a big difference. They made an adjustment against Green Bay. Green Bay came out moving at will on them, and then they made an adjustment, and the Packers didn't. So it's like
they beat Green Bay up.
Bill, they got that. That's it.
Joe, that's probably a really good opinion you had there, and I really wish we all could have heard it. But you know, at least I'm picking Detroit again. And I'm even going to make Detroit. I want to make Detroit a lock, but I'm scared. KC at Denver. Denver is a 9.5-point dog. It's supposed to be 28 degrees and snowing there. Okay, so you take KC, obviously money line, but watch that game be real sloppy and watch it be a little bit closer than 9.5 points. Now, if the weather hooks up, then maybe we'll get it going. So San Francisco at New England. New England is a 2-point favorite. It's a tough game to pick because we don't know what San Francisco team is going to show up. Okay, we have no idea. Is Jimmy G and George and Kittle going to show up and play like they're supposed to play? All right, or are they not? So that's tough to bet on. I would not put money on this game, but if you absolutely have to, I'm taking New England because Cam was a little rusty. Cam missed a lot of open throws, but the dude just had coronavirus. Okay, so he's over it and he's healthy. He got another week of practice in. Remember, he didn't practice the week before that game. All right, and so it probably cost him some timing and it cost him some of his normal rhythm routine stuff that he normally makes. But I think Cam takes that one home. Jacksonville at the Chargers. Okay, bye Joe. All right, 7.5 point favorite are the Chargers, and I'm a believer in Herbert, man. So take the Chargers all day. Seattle at Arizona. Arizona is a 3-point dog at home, and I like that. So I'm going to go with Seattle. I think Seattle comes and puts it on them pretty hard. Chicago at the Rams. Okay, again, Chicago eked out a win at Carolina. That was their best win of the year. They've beaten nobodies, and that's what it is. But I'm going to take the Rams. I'm going to take the Rams at -6. However, I wouldn't bet the spread on that one because Khalil Mack can screw up a game.
That's a tough spread to pick.
Yeah, Khalil Mack can mess up a game real quick, and it just messes it up. So let's go with my locks. All right, Green Bay at Houston. Green Bay's a lock. All right, Cleveland at Cincinnati. Cleveland's a lock. That's at 3.5 and 3. And then Buffalo's a lock at 12.5-point favorite at the Jets. Now, if you're feeling crazy, Tampa Bay's another lock in my book. All right, that's a tough one on the road at Las Vegas, but Tampa's going to roll them. And then if you really want to get nuts, I'm looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even a 5-team parlay, and you pick the Chargers to beat Jacksonville on more than 7.5. All right, put a $10 parlay on that. I'll pay you out. Just if you want to have free $10 to throw it on those 5 games and just let it ride. Other than that, it was great having everybody on, and we look forward to the fights. Come back to the Trash Talk Hour. Now, remember, I know Bill's got a thing going. He's got the raising $500 for Stop Soldier Suicide for the run. So get on our page and look at that up. My wife is also doing the 100 miles as well. So go ahead, donate to that. If you don't want to give money to people for running, we have a link for the VTT fundraiser on that website anyway. So donate for that. We guarantee where that money is going to go. It's going to go to Holistic Healing. It's going to go to their wellness center. All right. So if you're one of those veterans that can't stand nonprofits, we've already worked out a deal with them and we know where that money's going. All right. It's going to their wellness center. All right. So we can't wait to see you guys on Saturday. Keep it going. Oh yeah. Gold Star Century team. I didn't mention it. So make sure you check them out and either join them or pledge to them. All right, guys. We'll see you guys on Saturday.